This is the Spartan Body Mind Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Spartan Body and Mind. We're here to help you become Spartan fit, right? Not just in your body, but in your mind, the way you think about your body image, the way you think about health and fitness. And so that's today. We're going to dive into some mindset work when it comes to consistency. One of the things I hear with possible clients when I'm meeting with people who are thinking about joining the Spartan program, which is our paid group and individual coaching program, or for 90 days, we dial in you specifically, your specific plan on nutrition and activity. We put you in a group with men and women who are rowing together. Common plans, all to become, or a common ideology to become Spartan fit. And we do a lot of mind work. That's really the differentiator in this program, is we jump into your mind and get you thinking the right things that will help you become consistent. It will help you become more thriving with your physical fitness. And so today, one of the things I hear often with clients is I just have a hard time being consistent with my nutrition. I have a hard time saying no to bad choices and saying yes to good ones. So think about this. Do any of these describe you? Are you someone who you eat pretty healthy during the week, but when it comes to the weekends, it is just all over the map? You binge, you eat, you drink, you eat, it's just chaos to you. Is that you? Or maybe it's not the weekends. Maybe it's the pantry. I have a number of clients who they say the biggest problem for them in sticking to their diet is the kids. They're making food for the kids, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The kid only eats a half, so who gets the other half? They do. Can't let food go to waste. They open up the pantry and there's chips and there's snacks and there's cookies. It's those doggone cookies. And it's just an Oreo. It's just two, and all of a sudden it's a sleeve, right? Is that you? Is the pantry an arch nemesis? How about this? How about eating out, right? Some people just aren't. They don't cook. And so I have a few friends who they eat out a lot. That's kind of their go-to. And that can be really dangerous. That was for me. It wasn't that we ate out at like home for like dinners, but I ate out because of work. And so my schedule was just crazy. I told myself I didn't have the time to meal prep, to bring food to the office. And I had a lot of lunch type dinner meetings with people. And so it became real easy to make that an excuse. But the problem was I wasn't disciplined in it. There's nothing wrong with having a lifestyle where you need to eat out, maybe for a season, maybe for extended time, whatever. You just have to learn how to make right choices. And I did not make right choices. It was like every time I ate out, like there's something in my mind was like, this could be the last time you ever eat. You better order 8. And so I just overate all the time eating out. And plus, eating out is just going to be really hard because most of that food is just fatter than fat. The final one that we have to be careful of when it comes to consistency in our nutrition is just being honest. And here's one of the ways our honesty creeps in on us. I've had a couple clients where with their food, they're like, man, my food is dialed in. I don't understand. Why am I gaining weight when I'm hitting the numbers for the calories for my food? And I said, man, I don't know. It doesn't make scientific sense. Well, that's because we weren't counting what was being drunk. You have to count the calories that you drink, right? And so I assumed we had chatted with a specific client about, coffee, and I make my coffee at home. And that's what they typically did. But when a day wasn't typical, they go to Starbucks, and the Starbucks drink of choice is like a 500 calorie drink. Well, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, typical means my desire is to do that at home, but 3 to 4 days out of the week, I'm doing the Starbucks. Well, 3 to 4 days out of the week with just that's 1,500 to 2,000 calories. That's a lot of calories. Well, all of a sudden now we know what the culprit is, right? We're drinking our calories. And sometimes it's not just Starbucks, it's the sauces, it's the dressings. People will say, well, I'm eating out, but I'm really good at eating out. I just have a salad. Okay, well, how much dressing do you put on it? Well, all of it. But it's a salad. That's right. It's lettuce that you just baptized in gravy. And if you look at the calorie counting on fast food places, a salad with that dressing is as many calories as like their biggest hamburger. So you can't, and it's like, well, I just have a few little bites of the dressing. Man, I wouldn't touch dressing. Unless you, go to the store. And here's the other thing. People are like, oh, I just have olive oil. I just do the healthy oil and vinegar. I don't know who it was that made this statement that oil and vinegar is like a healthy alternative. It's healthy in that olive oil or avocado oil are healthier fats, but they still have a ton of fat and a ton of calories. Just because something is healthy doesn't mean you can just eat as much as you want of it, right? So consistency with nutrition comes with an awareness of what you're putting in your body. And just because you drink it or because you baptize your food in it does not mean that it's not going to sabotage you. So here are some things we have to think about. We have to think about when it comes to our weekdays and weekends. I want to encourage you to have a plan. Have a plan that includes your weekends. Have a plan where, I hear this all the time, well, I just like to have my cheat meals. Cheat meals. What in the world is a cheat meal? And why are we calling it a cheat meal? Cheat is a negative term, right? You cheat on a test. You cheat, and you cheat, and that should be punishable, right? Cheating. Nothing positive it comes out of cheating, that word. And so we train ourselves then to think negatively about experiencing life and having fun food choices. So I want to encourage you, that's not cheating. That's called living life. But that can be planned in a plan. This is why it's good to have a coach who can sit down and go, hey, if you want to live life this week because it's Johnny's birthday, let's plan that. Let's put that a part of your planning. Let's dial in then a plan to make that a part so it won't sabotage you. So we can account for some extended calories. And then, we're going to ask you to make some wise decisions, not just to go crazy. But how can you be wise about that? How can you still live life? Now, can you live life every night of the week? No, not unless you can if you're very trained, right? But not at the beginning, not when you are overweight and out of shape and you have no discipline. But that's the second thing. We'll talk about this. The path to consistency is first a plan. You need a plan so that weekdays and weekends become the same. It just becomes another day in the week that leads to an end goal. You start with a plan. And those plans then become habits. So you don't, like, when you go and live life and go to a party or have a weekend get together, you think in a different way. So you look at food as fuel. So you're still going to enjoy some bites of things, but you're not going to feel like you've got to indulge yourself. You got to jump in and swim in the potatoes and gravy. So you want to have a plan, and those plans need to become a habit. Weekdays and weekends are all a part of life. And so your plan should include life so you don't feel like you have to have a cheat day. And you should, like with snacks, have healthy snacks. Put some things in the pantry that serve you, but also do some mindset work to go, am I eating just because I'm bored? Don't eat because you're bored, eat because you're actually hungry. But if you're hungry, I always ask, man, why are you hungry? Unless you're really dieting hard, which I get, for people really aggressively getting ready for a bodybuilding show or whatnot. But if you're just dieting for weight loss, I think your plan should leave you in a place that you're really not that hungry. I think if you're hungry and you need snacks, that's a sign that your plan is way too aggressive or it didn't start out good. And so this is why, again, having a good coach that's not just going to, I'll just say this, if you're looking for a health coach, specifically with dieting, and their first goal for you, the first step they put you on is a calorie reduction. They put you on, if you're a guy, anything below 2,000 calories. And if you're a girl, anything below 1,200 calories. Do not hire them. Do not participate with them. That is crazy. That's foolish. That's stupid. You need to have, if you're going to lose weight, especially significant weight, that's going to take time. And it's just a math problem. And so to do that kind of math, though, you've got to start at a place where you can step down. If you drop down into the gutter, into the basement, where are you going to go from there? Of course you're going to be hungry. Of course you're going to have snacks. And of course you're not going to tell your coach because it's embarrassing and because you feel like a failure. So now you're lying and you're not going to be consistent. So have a plan and let those plans turn into healthy habits so that whether it's weekends or whether it's the pantry or whether it's eating out, you know how to eat now and you know what to eat. And those things will become habitual for you. It's become the new you. And so then the final thing is just like, don't let a day get in your mind. Don't go, well, I cheated on this meal, so now we'll just do whatever we want this whole weekend. No, you had life, you did life in one meal, and now you're going to be back on track because the back on track is who you are, right? This is where it's mindset work. The old you who's out of control, who just gives up and eats whatever, that's not you anymore. The new you is wise. The new you is in control. The new you makes good decisions. The new you sees food as fuel and makes decisions based on that, right? You've got to change. This is why the Spartan program is a program that helps you change. I know you don't want that. You're just looking for the easiest, fastest way to lose weight. But let me just tell you, if you try to find a program that pitches that to you, it's going to lie to you. I will not help you lose weight quickly. I will help you lose weight effectively. My clients get results because we do the hard work of getting between our ears and getting our mind right so that we can become a different person who interacts with food, interacts with training in ways that are sustainable for the rest of our lives. So if that interests you, then I'd encourage you, check us out, thespartanprogram.com. Again, thespartanprogram.com. We want to help you become consistent, not just with your nutrition, but with the totality of your life. Become a person who is disciplined, who has consistency, who builds habits that allow your life to thrive. That's what we want to see for you. That's what we'd love to help you with. If we can do that, go to thespartanprogram.com. Join us at our free Facebook group, The Spartan Body Mind, and we will see you next time.